Hello, my name is Jennings Stanley, and I'm the head coach of the seventh grade football team. I'm going to provide you, here's my email and cell phone. If you have any questions and concerns after our meeting today, I'd love for you to email me. Um, but I know that in urgent times you might need to call me, and here's my cell phone. Um, I'm going to provide you guys with a list of my assistant coaches, some of the guys that will be dealing with your children. And let's just get right into it. The goals here as seventh grade football coaches, number one, to improve the fundamentals, basic understanding of the game of football um, in your son. But also, our coaches would like to help your son's work ethic improve. And we want to create an understanding of accountability. And that's being on time, running to the line, hand touching the line when we're running, putting your stuff up in your locker the way it's supposed to be, taking care of yourself. And I think that's really important moving forward in their life. Just one thing I want to start off by. We are very interested in our parents helping out in the Booster Club. And that's not necessarily a money not necessarily us asking you for money or giving. We need help with the concessions, social media. Somebody has to run that. If their schedule changes, we need to be able to tell somebody that can get that out. And of course, we'll gladly accept money to help us out with cost of gear and merchandise for our team. But there's lots of things that don't require that, and if that sounds like something you're interested in, we'd be more than happy to get you set up for you to help us out. So this is a seventh grade football team. There's an A and a B squad. When we first get into practice will be 6:30 a.m. During weekdays until school starts, and then it'll flop and be from about 2 o'clock to 4 in the afternoon when school starts, except on game days, of course. But every student athlete will be able to showcase their skills to be put on the A team. The A team's a competition team. It's more or less the team with the best players, and the best players will play the most on that team. The B team is a participation team, and every player on the B squad will get to play pretty equal amount of reps. There'll be players that kind of participate on both, maybe as a reserve on the A team and a starter on the B team. And any players with discipline problems will be on the B team until those are cleared up, discipline or grade problems. And cover equipment. All equipment will be provided by the school to the players. If your child wants to use different equipment, whether that be cleats, pants, helmet, gloves, we're okay with that as long as it doesn't change the overall appearance of the uniform. You can't wear black pants if we wear white. Can't wear a white helmet if we wear black. Just things like that. Pretty self-explanatory. We take injuries very seriously here. Don't want your child to be injured, of course, but if they are, we like a doctor's note, just to know exactly what's wrong with them, because that would give us our limitations of what they can do in practice and participation. Any head injuries will be taken very seriously. Get back to our goals. We want to instill accountability in our players. So if they're showing up late to classes, not making grades, discipline problems, we're going to keep them accountable in football. There'll be drills and running after practice to help instill that accountability. But also, and this goes back to the grade problem, if they have a grade problem, they cannot play. If you can't pass a class, you cannot play. Pass classes, you can't play. And that's a rule that's going to follow them until they graduate high school. We'd like to start that here. If your son's a great A-team player, but he can't stay out of trouble in school, he's going to be demoted to the B team until he can keep himself out of trouble. And if sports is really important to him, I think that'll be a great way to keep him accountable. I'd like to provide you guys with here's a list of our games and away games and times. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and please ask.